So first of all, before going to start that kind of topic, I just want to get introduced with that kind of diverse candidates. So first of all, you tell your name and school from.
My name is Sanushka Ghosh and the name of the school is Sarojini Devi Saraswati Shishu.
From Shuri. Okay.
My name is Isha Mullik. I read in class 8 from Kodripur High School. I live at Kodripur.
Good. Risha Malik. You tell loudly.
My name is Somajit Mandal from Surrey Dhananjay Institution.
From Shuri.
From Surrey.
My name is Aniket Chaudhary. I am going to I'm studying in a master's degree in English MA under BU. I live at Siuri.
Okay. Pause.
My name is Avir Mandal. I read in class 9 from Sri Bengali Institution, Suri.
Thank you. Okay, have a very nice good morning to each and every participant in that kind of topics. Today our subject matter is very much interesting and very much fabulous and excited. I'm really very much excited about that particular kind of topic. The name of the topic is the supernatural element. Existing of the supernatural element. Do you believe that kinds of existence of the supernatural element or something different kinds of thing that it does not have any kinds of existence? Actually, sometimes it happens that we are extremely scared about that kinds of spirits. But what you can able to address it like a ghost, something like the witches, something like that. One day somebody telling that one day it's going to coming out from a particular kind of dark, desolate places, and I saw the screaming sound and the horrifying sounds. I was extremely scared about that. So somebody addresses it like the supernatural element existing like the ghosts or something. Do you consider it is like a supernatural element existing or something? Mind's error to comprehend that kinds of spirits. What's your view? First, I'm coming to Anushka, and after that, we are making a kinds of very spirited debate. We have already exceeded the period of the time, so I'm coming to Anushka first.
Actually, paranormal activities happen to some people's life. So basically, no one knows that why it happens and for which reason it happens, and is it exist or is it really true or it is just like fake. So I also don't know properly, but it also have some scientific reasons. Scientific reasons. So for this, it maybe happens, or if it has another reason, so I don't know the reason. So sometimes when people feel that someone is calling their name, or when the windows open and close again and again, and the wind blows very speedily. So this type of activities happens in human's life. So, some people are there who are very weak.
Okay, actually, we have already a short period of the time, so I do wish that whenever a particular kinds of students would perform, so my urge to all the particular kinds of people that at a stage, whenever you are performing at a stage with your smart and loud volume, try to exaggerate it, because we have already very short period of time. I cannot able to afford you at least more than 1 minute period of the time. So 10 to 30 seconds period of the time we are still having in our hands. Okay, so I'm just coming back to Risha. Risha, I wanted to get a digital kinds of iconic figure about that kinds of supernatural elements. Do you believe that kinds of horrific incidents still existing in that kinds of atmosphere or something different kinds of? Would you consider it is the errors of the mind? What's your view?
I strongly believe in the supernatural activities and negative energies, because I think if there is a positive energy, there is a negative energy too, and sometimes it's the mind error of some people. But for those errors, I can tell that there is no supernatural activities happen, because because negative energy is a thing which not everyone feels in their life, and those who feel that feeling, only they can understand, except them. Even they explain everything, but the other person won't be able to understand the same feeling as the person did.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's a maybe many people defines it like a scientific reason.
Yeah.
But I don't think that science can define the nature. The nature is a mystery in its own,
Yeah.
and we humans don't have the power to define it with science.
Yeah. So I do have a kind of questions to listen. I do request to everybody that listen my point of view. What are the questions I'm just going to make you display in front of you? So listen, and who would be the fortunate enough to answer my kinds of query. There is always a kind of lacking happens that when when a person from the world of living and a ghost from the world of dead, both of them have a kind of overwhelming desire to create a kind of link or to have a kind of enough inquiry about that, but it's not possible to create that kind of bridge. World of living and from the world of dead, both are curious enough. All the members and all the participants from the world of living and the world of dead, both are curious enough about their own individual kinds of status. So will it be possible for them to create a kind of relationship between the world of the living and the world of the dead? Titin, do you have the answer?
I think that I do not believe on supernatural events because supernatural things are generally happens between the living and the non-living things, the living and non-living things. So supernatural. It is paranormal incidents. It's our mind fault when I sleeping or in any empty room or dark room. We feel that that the door is open or closing. So it is our mind fault. But supernatural elements are mainly happens within the contrast between living and the non-living. So like in our poetry like Kubla Khan or any other poems written by S.T. Coleridge. So, S.T. Coleridge, there is a poem named Kubla Khan. A poem named Kubla Khan. So there's the poet Kubla Khan was the king of China. So he wanted to build a dome or palace, by which top was covered with sunlight, full of sunlight, and the lower part is full of icy caves. So there the poet made a contrast between sunlight and the icy caves. So it is an imaginary dome. Where no living persons will go to see the dome. Isolated. This is an isolated place.
Yeah.
So it happens in our mind, not imagination. So I think that supernatural is not living.
So for a few seconds, I'm just going to narrate kinds of stories. So let's say that how could you able to demonstrate or view regarding that kinds of story? Think, be mindful that what exactly I'm just going to concentrate. See, a black aeroplane. The pilot of that kinds of black aeroplane was when it was driving. The pilot was driving the black aeroplane over the huge mist and the clouds. The aeroplane name is called Dakota aeroplane. It contains a very few fuel. The pilot decided that whenever he would go through that kind of stormy cloud, it could not able to cross that kind of stormy clouds before reaching to his house because it has the less amount of the fuel, and it could not also come back to the Paris platform because of the less amount of the fuel existing. But suddenly, as the English breakfast is the conscience by his wife, and the pilot had took a kind of adventurous steps, and he started his driving that kind of flight over the huge stormy clouds. When he was in the middle of the kind of stormy clouds, his wife, flight or the aeroplane got twisted and jumped, and he was not getting any kind of response from the kind of radar from the control room, and it was very difficult for him to save that kinds of aeroplane. Suddenly he heard a kind of message. He saw a kind of a black aeroplane present in front of him. In front of him, the aeroplane, and who guided him and succeeded him to land him the next airport successfully. The Dakota platform got that kind of help of the black aeroplane and succeeded to have a kind of safe landing. But in the control room, whenever after having a safe landing, when he wanted to make a kind of inquiry to the kind of control room, the lady of the control room told that there was no such aeroplanes in that kinds of radar detected. Only the Dakota platform, the pilot of the kinds of Dakota platform wanted to thank to the pilot of the black airplane, but actually it got missing. There was no such airplane found. So it is a kind of mind mistakes and the horror by which he thought that it was the existence of that kind of black airplane who succeeded, who make him landed to the airport successfully. So how do under the kinds of above circumstances, what should be the possible directions may be concluded according to Odisha? What should be the possible explanations? The pilot of the Dakota aeroplane could not find any kinds of pilot of the black aeroplane. But without that existence of that kinds of black aeroplane in the stormy clouds, when his plane was going to twisted and jumped and could not able to get any kinds of response from that kinds of radar, all the equipments of that kinds of aeroplane has already out of signal. So how could he able to? It was not possible for him to land him successfully to that kind of airport. But whenever he wanted to thank to that kinds of pilot of that kinds of black aeroplane, if it is mysterious kind of answer, there is no such pilots with having that kind of black aeroplane, because the lady told, controller lady told that there is no such planes was detected in that kind of radar.
This time it always remains like a mystery. This can have many answers, like the pilot of the plane which is going to crash. That pilot was in very much pressure and very much afraid. Maybe it's his mind error that he thought like he wanted a motivation or a inspiration to overcome that kind of situation. That's why maybe his mind created such a situation, like a plane came and rescued him. That motivated him to get out of the situation. This can also happen, and this can also be that it was something from the God, a message or a message or a wish for him to live more, and those passengers who were sitting in the plane.
Yeah. No, thank you. I'll give you the response for you. That what is your feelings? Particularly coming back to you, anybody having that kinds of different kinds of opinion regarding that particular incident? What exactly I narrated? Do you have any kinds of different kinds of idea, or any more? You have no ideas about that. You have some ideas about that kinds of explanations? Or try to concentrate? No. So thank you, Risha. Listen, thank you, Risha. Actually, your idea is very much matured, because within a short period of the time, very after the narrations of the entire kind of story of the black aeroplane, you could able to understand that what is the exact message. Actually, same things. Whatever you told. Sometimes, whenever we people are in very tremendous pressure, then our third sense start working. As because the pilot of that kind of aeroplane, Dakota, was very much eminent and experienced. That's why when his all senses gone, five senses gone, his six senses become very much prominent, and he was very much troublesome, and with his logic and with his consciousness and intelligence, then that succeeded him to land him, which he was giving a substitutions, thinking like a substitutions of the existence of the pilot of the black aeroplanes, Wizard's aeroplanes. So thank you for the kinds of discussions about that kinds of supernatural existing presence or not. So I do wish that you also discover a lot of things about that kinds of, in the very next class we will also discuss with the varieties kinds of topics. Okay, thanks.